We're at the base of Mt Firmament, but we won't enter the temporal barrier until we cross the luminous shore. Shall we proceed? The storm is coming. Some... People must be itching to pounce. The bridge has broken. Judging by its design and intricate details, it must be a creation of the Court of Savante. This is what they call a chronosorter. It mimics the Sentinel's temporal mandate. My master once told me about the Court of Savante and their dedication bore... But it doesn't... Why hasn't this brilliant invention spread beyond Mt Firmament? This chronosorter was built... But even if they died, there are Or... Do these chronosorters stop... This chronosorter... Let's give it a try.
Onwards.
Weren't they concerned about losing lifespan?
For those fanatics, nothing mattered more than the truth. To live every moment with overwhelming passion. How many can claim such a tenacious drive and unshakable determination? Rover, it's the Fraxidus.
Evil be cleansed.
The Fraxidus. It's them again.
They've set traps all around the luminous shore. They must have anticipated your arrival.
The entrance is sealed.
It's the photon barrier. Specific steps must be followed. Use long-range weapons on the photon vaults to cut off its energy. Once we've reached the cave's end, we'll enter the domain of Mt Firmament. Proceed with caution.
So it can't hurt me.
Time on Mount Firmament used to simply flow slower than in the outside world. But what we're seeing now is different. What was once slow and steady has become... No one knows how much they'll age after leaving Mount Firmament. But leaving Mount Firmament could turn any mortal to... these poor creatures. So, it looks like the Fraxidus did manage to... I had wished that my theories would... As expected, my terminal isn't working. We can't reach Jinshi. The temporal disruption is preventing it from functioning. We can't waste a moment. Jinshi's fate isn't the only one at stake. All the inhabitants of Mount Firmament are in danger. We need to hurry to Hongzhen, a town nestled at the heart of Mount Firmament. Jinshi would likely pass through there on her search.
The temporal disruptions have spared nothing on our way here. Chungli, does that mean you're in danger too?
So far, nothing feels out of the ordinary. It seems the Sentinel contained the situation before being fully trapped. But I don't know how long this stability will hold. If I go down, please, don't worry about me. You need only focus on what you have to do.
May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor. Onwards.
What's the matter? You dreamed of Hongzhen? It sounds like you did dream of this place. What you just described closely aligns with the accounts over a century ago. Thankfully, the Sentinel descended, manipulating Rover. Perhaps that dream is more than just a dream. It could be a glimpse into your own past, and... Hongjian is a pivotal location, linking various parts of Mount Firmament. But every trap... Someone has used their and it seems like she used it. The traces lead deeper. Let's keep moving.
How delicious.
Fine harmony. Onwards. Thunder guide us.
Elemental is calling.
Someone fought here against those
Must be Jinshi. Her trails led to this location. Using her resonance ability too much would only worsen her condition. But she must have had a reason. Was she helping the people of Hongjian find refuge?
Changli, there are traces here.
They're pointing north. Let's proceed in that direction.
Fire!
The traces disappeared by the pond.
The vase on the stone table seems rather peculiar.
There's something behind the waterfall.
Let's go take
Another photon barrier.
3 photon vaults to break. Rover, use ranged attacks.
You two, halt!
Hold on.
Lady Xingyi,
Relax, there are honored guests. No need to be tense. In a single day, we've greeted both the Magistrate of Jinzhou. It's been a while, Changli.
I heard you step down from your position, and now here we are.
For years, I lived secluded. But the current situation in Jinzhou is volatile. It has reunited us in an unpredictable moment. And you, young lady, what shall I call you? My name is Xinyi. Please follow me this way. It's not safe to talk here. I believe you are here for Magistrate Jin. The magistrate left Hongzhen about 15 minutes ago. That's what they call it in Hongzhen. You?
Lady Xingyi.
Madam Magistrate?
How's the situation?
Yes. Remaining civilians have...
Good. These hidden chambers should provide some much-needed shelter for them to rest a little. Despite being the Sentinel's appointed resonator, I can feel my resonance ability waning, and I get my power from the Sentinel. Lady Xingyi, I can only fix the temporal disruption within. Mt Firmament is in serious trouble, and we can't waste.
The Sentinel was last seen flying towards Mia, but little did they know. We had a defense system in place. This mechanism has allowed us to get inside Mianlung Chamber.
Understood.
You are injured.
The Fraxidus will most likely. I implore you, Xingyi.
Yes, I will.
Before I headed to Mount, I never intended to believe they're baseless. The Sentinel had told me long ago that there would come a day when I surpass it. Once we save the Sentinel from...
And then she left.
There's still one thing that doesn't add up. How did the Fraxidus kidnap up? The Mianlong Chamber was once renovated by the court of Savant.
I'll look into what you said. But once we have the cipher key, the Mianlung Chamber...
We must keep them at bay. Rover and I are headed to the Truth Seeker's Pass to meet up with Jingxi. We'll distract the Fraxidus main forces, giving you an opportunity to stage your ambush.
And the locals will handle the rest. I will send some men to open up the side exit for you. Head south and keep walking a couple of minutes, and you will see the Truth Seekers Pass downstream.
Thank you, Lady Xingyi. Please, leave it to us.
In this place she was born, and in this place she returns. Our magistrate's fate is bound to Mt Firmament.
Did Xingyi and Jinxi know each other?
Jinxi was chosen as a baby for her resonance ability and raised in City Hall to become the Sentinel's appointed resonator. All the government workers there helped care for and teach her at some point, including Lady Xingyi. She grew up with immense responsibilities, forced to suppress her true nature from a young age. Thinking back, Jinxi was only a teenage girl when she became the magistrate. She has been burdened with unimaginable weight that most cannot fathom.
I assume this is the Truth Seeker's Pass Xingyi mentioned.
Yes. This should be another chronosorter. It should work in similar ways with the one we saw near the luminous shore. The entrance is built on that cliff, and it's been blocked. We will need to break the 3 photon Nothing. I was wondering, I've never heard of any human civilization having the ability to manipulate time. Unless... We need to focus on items related to the court of Savante in Truthseeker's Pass.
Onwards. Onwards.
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono sorter.
You can count on me.
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono sorter. One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono sorter. One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. We can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono sorter. Good. Did you see the tacitite fulminate on that cliff? Perhaps we can create an opening in this disk with an explosion.
It worked. The opening fits right onto the middle photon vault.
Rover, now we can hit the 3 photon vaults simultaneously. The blockade has been lifted.
Learning through experience.
Let's go in.
Found anything useful?
Why are there tacit discords here? No. These monsters... They don't look like the usual tacit discords.
These also look like the works of the Court of Savante. They create these simulated holograms to protect this place?
None shall whisper. One is the sound.
Strike as one! Lend me your strength.
One with the sound.
That thing up ahead. Is it another mechanism?
It seems to have unlocked. The glowing patterns on that gate. Yes. See how each star represents a flare stone? That mechanism we accidentally yes. The blood and scales here. It's Jinj. She is likely... We are... Decades have passed, but those researchers present... The Sentinel situation with one of the temporal program.
So, the Sentinel protected, huh?
According to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time. So the Fraxidus just added a pit. There's only the Mianlong chamber. In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar the Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so they decided to Their experiments resulted... No. A chronosorter can only rewind time within a narrow range. It's no match for the We are getting 2 more... Another chronosorter. The second flare stone should be behind this gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this chronosorter. There is still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around for a better vantage point. One last flare stone to go.
We've reached the carrier lift.
Is that so? So this file confirms they activate when hit with a strong impact to create, and this also answers my previous question. The chronosorter's rewind... No, it was nowhere near enough. The chronosorter, plus, as artificial... According to the Court of Savante researchers, there was a hypothesis that could potentially... which states the collision between 2 resonating frequencies might cause a second resonance awakening. Yes. That fight has to happen to trigger a second resonance awakening for Jinshi, so she may exert even stronger resonance. Countless chronosorters were made to collide with the Sentinel's frequencies, but they were no match. One chronosorter... This proved that a second awakening can... The research log mentioned that it's similar to how human resonators experience. Overclocking happens when a resonator overexerts their ability. And this researcher who wrote this... No, it's not. In addition, the chronosorters required manual control. And the Sentinel successfully transferred some kind of energy to the chronosorter thanks to that order. Rover. Jinshi.
You.
Don't worry. Rover is special.
I...
Shh. I gave my word to be your pawn, and I intend to keep it. As your teacher and courtier, it is only right for me to do so. And let's not forget, without me playing the Wayfinder for Rover, we would... Rover has a strong connection to this place.
But we already owe Rover a lot. Thank you, Rover. Rover, I will do everything I can to rescue the Sentinel as soon as...
Let's cut to the chase. What did you find in Truthseeker's past, Jinchi?
According to the Court of Savante's records, as time passed and its condition worsened, the flow of... Only the Sentinels appoint their records indicate a solution. To reverse the rapid aging effect from temporal disruptions, I must deliberately collide with the Sentinel's resonance power.
Let's say you can achieve all that.
I understand. I share a resonance connection with Jue. But I never took... Sentinel Jue has been guiding us. The temporal disruption... Without the Sentinel blocking out tacit discords through its time manipulation power.
So what do you plan... If the Sentinel's condition is indeed incurable... Today it's Mt Firmament.
If it truly comes down to... It's the only way to save Mt Firmament.
Have you thought about the consequences? Trying to trigger a second awakening by fighting the Sentinel, it could make you overclock. We both know what that means. You could lose your mind forever, or even disintegrate into dust. On top of that, do you honestly believe I can see right through your facade, Jinchi?
You're one to talk, my teacher. I learn from the best. When have you ever...
Oh? I don't remember ever teaching you that. We all die eventually, but we need to stay alive as long as we can to achieve more. Jinchi, you must live and inherit the
Chengli.
Jinchi, I don't intend to stop you. I know. That's why You may have already guessed it. Rover is indeed the hero who fought by our Sentinel. All evidence If anyone can help us with the situation at Mt Firmament, it must be Rover.
Thank you, my teacher. Jingxi will...
Lastly, we still don't know for sure how the Fraxidus is keeping our Sentinel trapped. This will determine if you can actually meet it. Yes, it could be any of these scenarios. Lady Xingyi is already on the case. The cipher key should be inside the stone chain. Look, our last target, on those floating floor tiles. We need a way to restore them. It worked. The Court of Savante set many traps here. They must have worked hard to protect me on Long Chamber.
Onwards. It's a trap! Watch out!
Now
That's a hassle.
Clear as the blade.
My blade endures. I'm fine.
Mind's eye.
No need to dwell on it.
Clear as the blade.
From defense to offense.
Take full.
Make it fast.
I'm done with all 3 flare stones.
Good. Let's head back to the entrance. We should be able to access the cipher key now.
The cipher key.
Rover, take good care of the cipher key. I'm leaving the rest to you and Jinji. Please don't forget, I am your wayfinder. From this point onward, I will become... This is all I can do for you. I'm here to guide, not to mention. You'll need someone to keep them at bay. Yes, they've been constantly watching you, interested in your every move. By all means, I have a more fitting location to make my contributions from. Oh, speak of the devils. How rude. This is not how we greet people here. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette.
Changli,
Those artificers are nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Chang Li has her plans. I don't believe we will run into more ambushes on the way.